Welcome back to the 9th Esports World Championships held in Busan by the IeSF. I'm DK, this is Ian Sniper Turner, and we're here for our last group stage match of the day. It's Italy taking on Chinese Taipei. Now this, once again, this might actually be a bit of a closer match than we've seen over this afternoon, this adventurous afternoon we've experienced.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm hoping for a close game, but I think maybe Italy might be the better team. Just looking at statistics and the way they've progressed through the group. And we've seen some of Taipei already when they came up against the powerhouse of China. So for me, I don't know. I want to see a close game, but I think Italy might be just that little bit better.
Yeah, I think this is a nice way to round out our day. I think for the first time, I'm going to have to disagree with you. The expertise of, that is Ian Sniper Turner there. I think Italy might be, no, sorry.
Up for a shot?
Yeah, Taipei might be, we can't take anything away from that China game that we saw. Obviously, you know, China.
But we can. We can take away
just
that
a
China...
different class compared to these two teams, really.
Well, exactly, right? But, you know, I think Italy, I don't know, man. I just don't rate them... I rate
Taipei,
them
you mean?
Oh, sorry. No, Italy, I rate them pretty highly.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
not
sure.
super high like Switzerland, you know, Korea, sort of that high. But I just think they've got something that I think they're just going to be a little bit better than Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's only one way to find out. We have best of one coming up on Mirage here. And at this stage, you could split heads between these two. And we do think it will be a closer game. But yeah, at this stage, this is what it's like, I guess, coming in as a team to these. You don't know what to expect, right? And
yeah, I mean,
what to prepare for.
What we're looking at here is two teams that have both come up against Sweden and lost. We're looking at two teams that have both come up against, I think it was China, and lost. And so what we're trying to look at the disparity is that, you know, the round difference. And for me, Italy's is a lot better.
16-8.
Yeah.
That's one round.
No, but the other game against Sweden, it was
Right.
a far more convincing victory over Chinese Taipei than it was for Italy. So
Sure.
Basing it off that, and then like maybe one of them was Mirage, I just, you know, let's just see how this goes.
Yeah, this will be interesting. This might be a nice way to round it all
Don't be a hater.
out. I'm definitely not going to be a hater. And I think I think the map, like you said, in best of ones, it comes a lot down to the map. And I mean, I saw some promising things, you know, about the aim of these Taipei guys.
Yeah, I mean, like we saw Barbecue.
What a name.
Yeah.
BBQ, yes.
He's at home here in Korea.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely saw Barbecue, and I think it was Easy Show.
Yeah,
with the Deagle.
Easy Show.
I remember that now. Yeah. So hopefully we can see more of that.
Yeah.
But for Italy, I think it's Gugli, I think, he's one of the better players.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to think who else I've seen around town. I don't know if I've seen them play any other games. But I know Gugli stands out. Like,
yeah.
I think I've seen him before.
We saw them kind of having a bit of a warm-up session there as well. Yes.
Sparker.
Sparker is definitely rated highly in terms of looking at the numbers, but I think it's one of those things again, right? It's the unity of the team. We saw a couple of those players. They look sharp, you know, doing their warm-up, doing their DM, and other players were kind of not quite up there.
Let's take a look at this in terms of what we've seen from Chinese Taipei on the stream, right?
Let's do that.
So we've got Inferno, and we've got their game against China, where they didn't really have any sort of way of taking map control. If it was contested, they 9 times out of 10 lost it. And the only time that they really did anything was when China was just, you know, trying to get the game over with kind of thing.
Yeah.
So for me, it's about this map of Mirage can be quite complicated, and it's a very heavily teamwork orientated, like crossfires and executes and so on. Didn't see anything like that out of the Chinese Taipei guys. I saw a good jungle split once, and that was about it, right? So coming into Mirage, hopefully it's a better map for them. Maybe a map that they play a little bit more, but who knows? We'll see what we get from Italy.
Yeah, we will indeed. And I'm not too sure what it is, but I guess maybe, not to sound insulting, but I'm not giving too much credit to Italy. Maybe that's what I'm thinking in the flip side of that coin. Like, I'm not going to draw anything from that China game.
Yep. Where they got one extra round.
I'm just going to be like, hey, I think Easy showed there might be something there, but who knows? I think it's just going to be super puggy, and when it just comes down to it's going to come down to the aiming ability of each of these individual 10 players, and I think Taipei might edge it out. But, you know, I'm just a measly host, caster, play-by-play.
I mean,
you're the analyst,
it's literally
you're
your
the game
job
god,
to disagree with me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're doing that, right?
I'm doing the Sandman again.
The Sandman strat.
I'm doing the Sandman again.
I mean, no one's even going to know what that is at this point, I don't think. But
I don't think that's the case. We have a little bit of a technical issue there coming through, but we should be underway very shortly for our last group stage game. We have quarterfinals semis and the all-important coveted finals to see who takes it out. But, I mean, let's recap of the tournament as a whole right now. We came into it, we said, you know, these...
I'm like, gee, I don't know if I can remember the whole lot. We've casted quite a few games today.
Let's focus on the guys that we thought would definitely carry it through there within, like, MVP...
Oh, so the Tier 1 seeds, basically.
Finland and Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, all those kind of Tier 1 teams have delivered what
we
we thought they would, but Australia faltered just a little bit, didn't they, against the Swiss today?
Yeah, look, that was a little bit disappointing, but at the same time, I'm actually happy because that way the better team gets through the group stage, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm quite impressed that Switzerland finally found their gear and got into you know, into that next bracket.
Definitely, yeah.
Because I don't know what happened against Israel, but geez, they got pretty smashed on train. So maybe Switzerland just shouldn't play train.
Yeah, I think what's his name again?
Which one? Which
LinkedIn
team?
or something? Oh goodness.
I can't help you, Danny. Give me something.
He got like
what
32
team?
For the Israeli guys.
Oh, geez, now you.
It has been a very long day, but give me 1 second and I'll get it up here.
I can't believe you think one of them is called LinkedIn. There were Specs, Z, and Lane Refney. Lane Refney.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
yeah,
that's the one. I think he dropped like a 30 plus.
He went massive. Yeah,
and he's based on what we saw.
Maybe that's what happened in the Swiss game.
Like, train map. He could definitely go large, and I mean that was like a snippet of what he would have done against the Swiss.
Yeah,
and that would have been incredibly dangerous and frustrating to deal with, right?
Yeah, but then again, the Swiss just looked so good. Like I don't know, Mali, Solek,
Mali was
the board.
Just getting
Marsa
into the side of each one of those Australian players, and I guess they did take a while to get into it though, right? Early was toe to toe for a while. I mean, they looked better and better as the game went on.
Yeah.
So maybe they just didn't wake up in that game against Israel.
I think so, but yeah, I don't know. It's the same token. I feel like Chiefs, you know, towards the end of the game, just started to lose it a bit. Like I don't know, man. They're a bit like that sometimes. I think. When the chips are down, they have a lot of trouble knowing what to do, like where to come back from. So they're not a team that I see as coming back from a huge deficit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get
so. And close out games. Let's not mention that.
Well, this tournament is a wonderful opportunity for the Australian team to kind of maybe reinstate their form, their dominance, and try to come back. I mean, stages like this are a great stage to do it, but then again, it also is an opportunity for questions to be raised when you could be up and drop a
and I guess
lead or something.
Against teams like Switzerland that aren't even a team outside of this event, it can be quite difficult, you know, especially when you meet your match on par with AIM or something like that. So, yeah, definitely a crazy game. I would have liked to have seen a bit more of the MVP games, just because you know they're looking like the team to beat at this event. So I would have liked to have seen one of those games. Romania, they've been pretty quiet, I think. You know, they're like the dark horse maybe of the event.
Well, speaking of that, out of the favourites, how's your opinion changed as we kind of tail end this group stage? Or is it kind of the same way?
No, everything's pretty much the same, right? But obviously, huge upset by Switzerland. Romania have got pretty close to MVP. I don't know if MVP were giving it their all, but they look to be on it. They're very comfortable on Inferno. Let's not forget that. So, and then I saw them play Mirage as well. So, look, I just think things are just wheels in motion at the moment. You know, just going to plan for everyone. I think even the Chiefs ended up being top of their group. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't really been surprised by a hell of a lot, and at the same time. We've been stuck here and not able to see a lot of the games. So, you know, I haven't seen an ounce of Sweden play at the moment.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen a bit of that.
Definitely.
Dutt and crew.
We're just looking at them right now.
I'm just looking over there. Like, I don't know if they were practicing today. I think they were just practicing, actually, Romania versus Sweden.
Yeah.
Just over in the off stage. But, yeah, I've seen a lot of individual plays, which is good. It's been fun. But basically, yeah, to answer your question, like, haven't really seen anything out of the ordinary.
It's pretty much the same way that we thought it would play out. But you mentioned Romania as a dark horse. Anyone else? I mean, I think the way that they played today against Chiefs, like you said, Chiefs are one to maybe potentially, you know, use that dangerous word that is collapse in certain situations. But they, like, just mile against those positions and just how sharp their aim was and how dynamic they were playing, they could definitely be a dark horse as well, right?
Chiefs?
Switzerland, yes.
Yeah, well, definitely. If they continue that form that they had on Cobblestone, they need to carry it across to the other maps as well, though.
Is that something? Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that in a best of three situation? Is that something that doesn't get answered by a Tier 1 team, though? Like, can a Tier 1 team recalibrate against that? Like, if that was Chiefs, they drop that first map, they go into 2 more maps.
Yeah.
Chiefs is the kind of team that could probably figure it out and then shut it down.
Like 9 times out of 10, maybe
Yeah.
Chiefs win, right?
Yeah.
But it's just that particular game, the way the money system worked out, the way the clutches worked out, just everything went against Chiefs. And I'm not going to say no fault of their own because it was obviously their fault.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just one of those things. It's the way CS is. You can verse the same opponent multiple times with different outcomes. It's just the way the game is, you know, and at the end, the better team will prevail in numbers, but, you know, it doesn't mean they'll go undefeated.
Yep, that is the way the cookie crumbles. And here for the last bite of that delicious choc chip sweet biscuit is Mirage, with Chinese Taipei taking on Italy, otherwise known as Forge and TPCU. This will be the last group match of this tournament. And we've actually split hairs here. I'm backing the guys on the Chinese Taipei team. And Barbecue, once again, a little bit of testament. This might be the only time I'm correcting this game. But Barbecue finds another head with the Glock. And I said it might be the aim here that comes into it. And they do clear out the side. 2 players left for the guys in Italy, and he's just mollied out there. Epic Eternal, he can't really make a play here. He needs to find something. He did actually just go to unscrew the silencer just then.
We won't talk about it.
We won't talk about it. So it's all down to Epic Eternal. Needs to ace this out to try to have a chance. But I mean, this is exactly what I expected. There's been a lot of 1Bs in there. And it is that sharp Asian aim that we have come to love so much.
Yeah, so good start there for Chinese Taipei. Look, I'm not going to jump on any bandwagon at this
It's
point.
1 round.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But look at those new models. Damn, they look good. I like that they've made one based off me.
Which one's that one, mate?
The guy with no hair.
Oh, yeah?
But Italy bit off a bit more than they can chew there with that aggressive peak down towards A ramp, and didn't stop Taipei from finishing their execute. As we see here, they're just going to go for a really fast anti-eco, just straight up into the side. Oh my
wow.
God.
I may have counted my chickens way before they actually see 3 UMPs left for the Chinese Taipei guys. There's Sasaki.
Somebody
Nice.
we didn't see earlier in the day very often.
Yep.
So,
I mean, one thing that we can both agree on, this is definitely going to be a very puggy style of CS, isn't it?
oh, this is going to be crazy. I mean, you can already see pushing through smokes here from the players, but that's actually pretty well timed by both of them. Easy Show and Sasaki grouping up here, preventing the defuse. Running out of ammo by Easy Show. Now it's anyone's game. Kimura forced to use his P250 as he runs out of ammo. And Sasaki, look at him, comes away with a big win there.
Yeah, I mean, they're enjoying it, right? They were kind of deflated when they were playing their Chinese counterparts, but now they're a little bit happier. Maybe they want to get that win under the belt and go home.
Do you reckon
With
they
a
want to
good
go home? Oh, okay. I was going to say,
Yeah.
thank God you finished. I was like, I don't think they want to go home. But, okay, so Italy again, just P250s. Let's see if they can cause a bit more havoc.
I mean, they did last one. They only left 1 player up.
I know, and they've all got
T-side.
AK-47s this time, full utility for an anti-eco. So a lot of money spent by Chinese Taipei. It could really hurt them if they take a few casualties. But Sparko just going to sit here in the window. I don't know if he's trying to get information or actually trying to get a kill, but either way, he's going to fall back, and it's all up to Googly here. He's got a nice position, actually. There's no way he can get traded out with that smoke up. Takes down the AK-47 off a Bolu, and then repositions. So very nice play there by Italy, and Kimura gets flashed out. So the call's going to come in that it might be B, and they'll have to rotate across. Sasaki gets a lot of information here.
Yeah, Sasaki making his way through short. He hasn't actually been spotted yet, so could do some damage, but Kimura just a bit too sharp, taking him down. So the trade's coming out once again. This is looking a lot harder than it needs to be in these concurrent rounds following the pistol. The plan goes out without clearing this out, and Googly gets a very easy kill, and Pierre finds one onto Easy Show. Now it's down to Shark. He has got a smoke, got armor, and the AK, but so does Googly now. He needs to take this fight. There's one. He needs to find 2 more. The UMP's firing away at him. Thought it was going to be a bit of a whiff there, but eventually finishes off the frag. And they managed to get an AK. I don't think he would have made it. I think he might still be holding on to that UMP after the round. And no, he did manage to pick up that AK. So actually a really fantastic round.
There was
for Italy.
3 of them around the place. So yeah, it was always going to happen, unfortunately. And you see here Italy on the board, finally, and on an eco win nonetheless. So Chinese Taipei on the back foot, going to be rocking out the Deagles, no armor. Very similar to what you see in Australia, actually. But
yeah. I mean, well, that's the issue, right? I mean, these guys, no doubt, we saw that great pistol round. We saw the second round. There's some great aim on there, but just the structure and the discipline to not be cautious about these pistols, closing off the quarters, that plant in smoke there before clearing out the site. Little mistakes like this could cost them the round if Italy just cotton on to errors like this, as Bowler will go down to Googly at the top of mid.
Okay, so nice and slow, methodical round here by Chinese Taipei. They're getting picked apart a little bit as Googly, just the timing there, just gets off it just as the peak comes out from Easy Show. And there we go, makes amends for it. But now the bomb's going to rotate across to the A site. We've got Barbecue here. He was an entry man for the boys up against China. So Italy now just look at all those rifles just ready and waiting.
Yeah.
It's an epic eternal.
It's not going to be good making. Yeah, nice shot there. And it looks like this is all but gone here. Barbecue just holding towards Sandwich. Will get taken down by Epic Eternal once again. So that's a nice 2K for him along with Googly. And it looks like Italy have come to play. They're not going to go home wondering. It's 2-all apiece, and the guns will finally come out. Still going to be wanting for a bit more here on the side of Chinese Taipei in terms of utility. But they do have the 5 rifles up, albeit 2 of them are Galils.
Yep, so it looks like we might be even seeing a bit of an execute here from Chinese Taipei. Looks like they'll go towards the A ramp straight away, which is a bit of a risk. And it'll be interesting to see if Italy go for a crossfire on the A site or maybe push to get some information as the default comes up for Chinese Taipei. Just get that information towards middle and just show a bit of presence to throw off. But actually, Sparker going very aggressive. Yet to get on the board so far this game, but gets nailed by Shark.
Yeah, so it's a nice shot there out by Shark Bowler. Just seeing if there's going to be any aggression towards A main. And we do see Pierre. He's very close, but he's not going to be pushing anything as that smoke does dissipate. We see the bomb leading towards that A bomb site. Yeah,
definitely. And Googly, look at this information play from him. There's still a chance it could be B, so they've only got the 1 player there. But if they're not quick here, Chinese Taipei, they could find themselves up a creek without a paddle. And we go as they execute onto the A site. Now these smokes will isolate Pierre here underneath the balcony. See what he can do.
That's a great flash there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, can't find the second there. Now Shark manages to seat the feet of Epic Eternal, so that's a 4-on-3. Googly's coming behind. The trigger discipline's great, but eventually does get closed into a corner where he needs to take a shot. Bowler does plant the bomb. They know exactly where he is, and Googly does a great job there. So that's coming all the way back from that flank to find the kill and then take down the bomb planter. Defuse will come in. And in the end, it did get a bit hairy, but they do get away with it thanks to that wonderful flank.
Yeah, that flank there from Googly. I mean, I thought it was Roses when Shark got the entry, but unfortunately, the way that it went through with those flashes and whatnot, they all just collapsed after that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really understand. That was just very fast. And then it was 2 versus 4, and they all died straight away.
Yeah.
So,
well, maybe you get that sometimes on these games between China and Italy. Not that we see them too often.
No, but it's wonderful, isn't it?
It is indeed. Sparker just trying to get that angle there. Gets smoked out. So we see a bit of a force up here, not leaving anything left to the imagination. A couple of UMPs and MAC-10s on a couple of these players, and a single AK over onto Shark there. He's actually been tagged down to 83 as well. And nothing too much happening. Just trying to make a play for that mid-control as the bomb does make its way towards B-Apps, but still plenty of time left to rotate that to wherever they so choose, as they do make that push towards short there. Camara just jump peeking, starting to get a bit of noise. That's a nice nade, should do a bit of damage there. Easy show does get taken down to 49 HP, but Shark gets another great headshot onto Epic Eternal. The MAC-10 at the close range just shreds through Googly, and he will be able to pick up a rifle for his trouble there, and they do make their way onto the bomb shot. Camara not giving anything away. Lets his teammate go down, misses the spray transfer as Barbecue takes him out. So these SMGs actually doing quite a good job, and look at Shark here. Oh, they've got no idea that he's here. Finds one. And now they're going to pincer upon him. Sparker gets a nice shot with the AWP away, but Bowler using that UMP manages to recover the AWP. We'll see if Barbecue can pick up an AK. And that's a nice round coming out for Chinese Taipei. This is just a super
They are a pack
game.
animal, aren't they, Sharks?
Are they?
Yeah.
I thought they were loners.
Like, no.
They're pack animals?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. You learn something new every day.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Don't listen to me, kids. All I know is Counter-Strike.
So 3-3. And, yeah, none of these teams can really get a foothold in this situation. Look at the economy. This is a very pivotal round right now.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, as it looks like they're just going to go back for that A execute. Maybe the one trick they have up the sleeve. Shark in middle. See if he can get a pick here. Oh, that's so close.
I thought that was on.
Yeah. See, the worst thing would be him getting picked.
Yeah.
As he gets away with his life.
That always is the case. We do still see that MAC-10 on Easy Show, so the money, unfortunately, not quite there to upgrade that gun, but it looks like he's going to try to get a bit aggressive there towards unders. As the bomb is positioned towards Sparker, does find Easy Show with that AWP. And that's going to be one down, but here's the MAC-10 carrier, so Bolu does make his way out towards Sandwich. He actually hasn't been spotted yet, so might get away with a bit of sneakiness, but does eventually get taken down to 10 health, and eventually finished by Epic Eternal. And Shark just gets a quick scope through the smoke there, and eventually does get taken down from behind.
Another flank by Googly. He's just pushing short straight away.
He knows it. They're going to cotton on eventually, but
I
he's
feel
going to
like
milk it for
Italy
its
are
worth.
just a class above Chinese Taipei at the moment. They're just showing us everything, no respect plays and just trying to get this game over and done with, as they feel like it's something that they're able to do.
They've got the what am I looking for? Not the strats, but they've definitely got the game sense above these guys. But I just think maybe this aim might be a bit too much if they get the guns in hand. But once again, if they don't really get a chance to do that, or fewer rounds than more, I do feel like Italy might have an opportunity to run away with
Italy's
this.
have had their chance definitely for a couple of rounds there, especially the pistol rounds and eco rounds. They get them pretty close, but Italy's always there just to mop up towards the end. Like I said, Googly just doing work at the moment and just reading Chinese Taipei just far too easily. Kamira with the AWP here, takes down Easy Show to 10 HP, good nade, finishes it off.
Easy Show just trying to run for his life there, unfortunately not getting away. And he will repick that, and we'll see if anyone is going to push in. It's a good read there, gets another nice shot onto Bowler there. Might find a third, drops the bomb carrier. Will he get a fourth there? Unfortunately, it doesn't, gets taken down. Sasaki gets away with such little health, but will get traded out by Googly. Googly is just absolutely everywhere on this map right now.
Well, I mean, he's literally just been holding short, but then he pushes short and there's no one there. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
He's definitely doing a lot of damage, right?
He likes Mirage.
I think he just likes killing Chinese Taipei players. Like, I think
sure, maybe that as well.
That could just be his thing. Maybe that's like his specialty.
So
I think he's looking at like this opportunity to like get some great stats
against Chinese Taipei players. We see Sparker and Kamera with the double orb setup, one on each side there. Actually, sorry, one towards mid, I would believe. No, they've given up mid completely, so it looks like it'll be one orb on each side. And there's a short player once again. He's coming forward. He's just going to get a spray down once again. Come on, Easy
Look
Show.
who it is.
He's been doing it every single round pretty much.
All right, it's barbecue time.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Patern also got an opportunity to spray down there. Googly having the game of his life right now. Just finding everything that he wants to. He's going to nade out, do a little bit of damage, touch it down.
50 damage.
50 damage. That's a great nade as well. An epic Eternal. Gets a nice shot onto Sasaki. So it looks like this is starting to collapse a little bit. Googly, they knew exactly where it was, but manages to find one to Bolu, and Shark eventually puts an end to that. But now there are still 4 players up. He has got bomb in hand, but nothing else to work with other than that AK.
He's definitely throwing the bait out there for the teammates, because Googly goes down, probably the best player for Italy at this moment. And Shark looks to be the sharpest player for Chinese Taipei. But like I said before, man, he's just always the last guy. It's a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did see that in that first game against China, and now we're seeing it again. Yeah, I mean, he's very sharp, isn't he? He's a bit of a shark with that aim, and they're not utilizing as much as he should, really.
Yeah, it happens quite often, but I wonder what they'll opt to do here. They've got pistols, they're not on a full buy, and their money is slowly, sifting away. But we've got Italy. Googly looks like he's timed out and CT spawn, but maybe he's just a bit late to get his equipment in order. As another smoke execute for Chinese Taipei. It'll be interesting to see if they use this effectively to clear out the closer positions, because Pierre's going to be there all by himself if they do. And this counter flash coming out from counter molly is perfect. Counter flash perfect.
They push through with their balls down, absolutely no health for doing so. They do put that smoke down. So he's not really weary in the drop down from Sasaki, doesn't get anything done. So this is just absolute clinical cleanup here. Not a single player tagged up from the CT side, and Easy Show's just going to wait for something, trying to rain hellfire from above with that Glock, but he's going to have to offload a couple of bullets and a couple of dinks there to try to get anything done. Can spot Pierre, but they're not going to give him anything for free. But little do they know, he's got a pea shooter.
Or gets the bink in, he'd be reeling from that. He probably thinks if he had a P250, he would have got the kill. But Italy look pretty confident at this point, just maybe a bit of nerves before the game, and now they're just rocking and rolling. So another gun round coming out from Chinese Taipei. So they need to show us something new here. They're falling way behind. Italy just walking away with this match at this moment. Googly and Kamira just doing all work with the AWP towards the B site. Sparker in the middle. It's going to be interesting to see if they continue to aggress into the middle area. And Chinese Taipei just don't seem to have an answer for it.
Yeah, I mean, with these lesser experienced teams as well, momentum, I mean, it's always a huge factor in CSGO, but they obviously do find it a lot hard to adjust, the lack of experience there. So if they get on this kind of slippery slope, it's a lot harder for them to bring it back, I feel, and this AK buy round is an opportunity, but that's not a way to start. Kamira hitting a nice flick onto Easy Show, and Easy Show is one of those players that can bring it back for these guys, and that is not going to help facing a 5-on-4 situation.
No way at all. So Shark now gets tagged up through the cart. It's just relentless aggression from Italy, as he gets a great shot onto Googly, the damage man for Italy, and Sparker with the trade. So 3 versus 4 situation. The CTs are fairly spread out, but like we said, Chimera's got that B on lockdown. And Barbecue, he needs to be the guy who's going to shine here. He's going to have to show us something good.
Just gets taken down. Like, he's
angle.
like, oh my God, this is a free side. Nope, he gets taken straight down from Ticket Booth with that LVP. So the flash will come out there. Actually out of smoke, so they might be able to molly off this angle, but nonetheless, they're going to get taken down once he smokes this bait. Actually, there is a gap in that smoke, so Epic Eternal will get an easy frag onto Bolo, and it's just a matter of trading out now. They've got the numbers advantage. They hold on to those 2 orbs, which they have been doing for a little while, and now Italy are running away with it.
Yep, definitely. And you can just see that's reflected even in the kill-death ratio of a couple of the Italian players.
We've got 14 and 6 on our man of the hour, Googly. And pretty good stats, 12 and 5 actually on Chimera as well, which has just been locking things down with that AWP. Unfortunately, Shark, he has got 10 and 10, but as you're saying, he gets a lot of those consolation frags towards the end of the round, and they're not going to do anything in terms of the scoreline. So we'll see if they can use them a bit more, as they do seem to just train the pistol train towards that B bomb site. They hold up for the smokes, but might be a bit of an indicator that they are coming. So Chimera does fall off that angle as well. So that's, I mean, it's a catch-22, right?
No, they're just, I mean, look, that's the smart thing to do. You don't want to give these guys an AWP close range. They can use it as their van and get a heap of kills with it. So Chimera just doing great work, even with the P250. Obviously, it's a like-for-like fight there. And, yeah, I mean, handily dealt with, I think, and very intelligently dealt with there by Chimera.
But what's the play there? Give me some sniper expertise, right? You're just on the pistol. It's a throwaway round. You want to try to get onto that side. You know Chimera's holding on that van position with the orb.
Yep.
Do you throw the smokes? Do you throw the nades? Do you give him the indication, or you just run in dry and try to just trade it out?
No, you definitely. All you do is on your way in, you just double flash, and then the guy at the back flashes as well. And there's nothing you can do as a platform player, especially if you shoulder peek and get the shot off first. And then, Chimera is on the back foot from the get-go. But, I mean, it's so impossible. There's another player there who's not going to be flashed. And they're just going to aim at a window or a doorway. And it's really just, you're asking quite a lot. So you definitely need the utility constantly streaming in. Even though it's an eco, you still got to buy like a flash each or something.
Well, there you have it. Free advice for Chinese Taipei if they ever watch this fight again, which I'm sure they will. A couple of things to get. Bolu there showing the aim that he's capable of. And it's just a matter of not making the round collapse on it, though.
The flashes coming in thick and fast from the T side onto the T side. And then Chimera now is relocated off towards the A site for once. And misses a critical shot there into the connector area. As Chinese Taipei going to collapse onto the site, but Pierre with a really advanced position. Barbecue takes him down though. Can't believe he even checked that. That's crazy.
Yeah, just a bit keen on there. Knows that there usually is a player just playing in that other position, but it looks like it's 3-on-2 now as Chimera is the last player with that 7 HP. Barbecue once again.
With the game shots.
Yeah. He hasn't got much left to play for here. They've got plenty of money stringing together a couple of rounds and saving those AWPs, but right now, if he can get a frag, this would be greatly done. But, he gives his position away with the fire there. He could have gotten a very easy frag. So Chimera's keen onto this, not giving anything away, so if he can get a frag. That scope there will give him away, though. Sasaki still not giving anything away. Decides to take a shot through the ticket booth, but doesn't find too much at all. There you go.
Easy show with the positioning. Gets up onto the box, takes him down. They'll carry that AWP into the next round. And finally, a resurgence from Chinese Taipei. They get back on the board with the 4th round. And look at that. Both teams okay with the money situation. So another good gun round coming out here. As we see an AWP on Shark for the first time in a while. And Googly, I don't know what he's going to do. He should be able to afford an M4, but he hasn't got one yet. Maybe he's getting a drop from someone. Yeah, okay. So, all right. So Chinese Taipei, maybe they'll go back to that middle stuff they were doing. Looks like Italy have actually fallen off mid quite a bit, but here we go. As I say that, Sparker with the Molotov and grenade.
Yeah, Sasaki.
Sasaki with a great pick onto connector.
I'm just trying to make a play towards this short and getting mid control, but it hasn't been too successful, right?
No, it hasn't really at all.
It doesn't seem
this
like
is probably the most successful it's been. Chimera now in a really forward position. He's just looking for frags and even gets one with the P250. Even though he's carrying the AWP on his back.
That's really brazen.
It's totally brazen.
That would tilt me so much.
Yeah, it would be upsetting.
But he gets one away and gets 19 health, but he is holding that orb, so much of a muchness at this stage, as it do look like a couple of those players are rotating towards that B bomb side. And it is the correct call at this stage, as Chimera is playing in a super passive position towards market, just watching those windows. So they might be able to get onto this bomb site and get it down. They still have a bit of utility left as Chimera just picks off Sasaki there. Just picking them off one by one. He's just not letting any of these guys get onto the side. So, I mean, I thought they might lose one on the way in, but they've lost 2, and now it's a difficult situation for Shark.
Some of these guys just make AWPing look so easy.
Yeah.
Oh, Shark replies finally. So it goes in the way of Chinese Taipei.
Googly once again, he's coming from behind. We've never seen this before.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, he's just going to rain heaven from above. He's then he's made a bit of sound landing here, but once again, it's a very standard easy kill there. And the defuse will come in. So, mate, after that first round, I was a little bit smug, like a tiny bit. Some sharp aim, but it's 10-4 now.
Yep.
And there is definitely some egg on the old face.
It's okay, mate. It's okay.
Still plenty left to pay for. I mean, they do need to pick up this 5th round, but they're not going to have the buy to support it as over on the other side. Italy are reaping the rewards of getting all and more subsequent rounds together. Chimera has actually gone 20-7 now, so we put a lot of focus onto Googly, but Chimera just locking down that smaller site with the AWP. He's doing a great job. He's got great sense there. Just positioned himself so well to make sure that he stays alive for his team and get those
Yeah, I'm pretty
frags.
sure I've seen Googly play outside of this tournament. So we see mid control coming out from both teams. Sparker on the flank. This could be so detrimental to Chinese Taipei. And as I say that,
Sparker!
It just misses everything. But as Sasaki goes down to Chimera up here, and it's all up to Bolu as the last round of the first half comes the way of Italy. Nice retaliation there. I'm not sure what was going on. Chinese Taipei, they get a round back, and then all of a sudden they get wiped flawlessly.
Yeah, that was
Italy.
That's a shame. So right now it does. I mean, this just shows you, right? That technical ability, the aim, the quick reflexes. They're not
Europe.
They're not just not.
It's just Europe.
They're not just everything though. I'm also talking about the Chinese Taipei guys, right? It's not.
Well, that's not Europe.
It's not. It's definitely not Europe. You can see that they are quite sharp, but it really has little to nothing to do with it almost, does it?
Look, I don't think they're that sharp. The reason I say that is only because the kills that they get are literally where they've got sound cues, everything going in their favor. Sharp is the ability to get frags when everything's going against you. You know, in terms of you're outpositioned, you're late to a fight, you know, things like that. But as you see, Italy with a really fast block train straight up into the A site. They got the smokes down, should get the bomb down, hopefully, in those smokes. The retake's coming in. Only 2 players now remaining for Chinese Taipei. As Chimera's in a really awful position and takes a frag fight against Easy Show and loses. We know pistols are one of Easy Show's strengths, I would say, as the bomb has been planted for the A ramp and the retake coming in with, I think it's Googly, on the A ramp. And there you go, a player in the site, Sparker. Even though low HP, still gets the frag. And Easy Show now with everything to do. He's got no idea where the last player is. Googly has to peek this.
The game sense. This is great. Now he's giving himself away now. He's got no kit, so he has to take this fight. He's got to find him. It's all up to Googly just to run away, stay alive, and he has played this very well. There's no time left anyway now. This is just about pride to see who will get the frag, and it looks like Easy Show will push it, but Googly will finish him off nonetheless. So nice little pistol round there, played to perfection. And there you have it. Italy making quick and easy work. This should be rounded out shortly unless Chinese Taipei have an answer. And right now we haven't seen too much from them, unfortunately.
Yeah, and they don't have many rounds to work with either. So in this situation, you might want to force buy. If you're going to do it, though, you want the whole team to do it, not just 2 guys. But let's just see what happens from this. It could be some sort of split bait and switch play from Chinese Taipei, as we have 2 people on the Deagles and Shark. Shark's picked up the Scout. We know how good he can be with this thing. As Italy opt for the fast B rush anti-eco. Bit of a favourite of mine, to be honest.
This is a good call.
Yeah,
it is a good call though, nonetheless. I mean, we do see Easy Show. He's got the USB in hand. This is just going to be absolute whitewash. He's holding the corner. It's even getting this sneaky kill. And, I mean, with the USB, it is a lot to ask for. It's just going to be absolutely closed down. Bowler with the body shot of the Deagle. Manages to take down Pierre. Now it just needs to find another one. The body shot's raining all the way around. And it's actually flipped on its head. It's a 2-on-3 situation. Bolu only on 1 HP. Has got the Mac 10 in hand, but this is a very, very difficult last. They got 1 molly as Epic Eternal manages to take him down.
This is interesting, but Googly's in the checkered room now.
Oh, gosh. How does he get behind him in that situation?
Well, he wasn't with the team originally, was he? Because he was throwing fake stuff towards the other side, but... this could be undoing him, but no, they don't have defuse here. Oh! Barbecue again shows us his great, fantastic aim as he puts it to use against Googly, and he'll get this defuse easy. This is going to be a hairline. No, easy? Easy peasy, Japanesey. Chinese Taipei, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there you have it. So, yeah, really, Googly.
Does he look like he thought it was going to be close, mate? Come on.
Yeah, but we know these CS pros, mate. They don't have any. They're like, they could be the best poker players in the world, but they prefer to play CS. They just no emotion, no expression. Cool as a cucumber. Actually,
outside the game they do it, but not in the game.
Probably say that Googly probably wasn't as cool as he could have been. Maybe could have played it a bit more time. They had no idea where he was. Knew exactly where the both players were, but, you know, not too much to worry about. 12-5. Rifles will come out. AWP already on Shark there. We'll see if he can land a shot. Gets one, gets a second attempt at it, and we'll take him down.
Literally won the duel twice.
Yeah. You could definitely say that. We could say with the first one, nonetheless. Let's take the positives out of the positives.
Oh, Sasaki just can't help himself, can he? He just wants to find somebody.
He wants to do the googly, doesn't he?
Yeah, Sparker's good enough as well. He can take these fights against anyone. And Epic just cops a grenade, I think, from...
Someone.
Yeah, I think it was Easy Show, but I can't really tell. As Pierre takes down Sasaki on short, and Shark with the reply from City Spawn, I believe, with the AWP. So a bit of control here, actually, in the middle area. But again, the Chinese Taipei team are swarming everywhere. Googly just sitting back with just a deagle, looking to cover every possibility. As they boost up to kill anything on short, but that little to their knowledge, there's nobody there. And it's very heavily A stack at the moment. So they're making a tiny bit of noise. Might give away their position here, but Shark's going to be caught out. And it's a really difficult shot to make if you're Shark there.
Yeah.
He opts to leave the AWP behind and pushes on through. Bolu rotates out of the jungle. This could be really dangerous for Chinese Taipei as Pierre punishes him. And now we see a 2 versus 2. But again, they're playing very separate here. Easy Show and Barbecue. 26 seconds on the clock. This round's gone forever.
Indeed, it has there. Pierre was very fast up connected there. I thought I was going to give away a bit of a sound cue, but just not quick enough. And we do see the 2-on-2 situation. Play gets spotted. Googly once again is going to go for a bit of a crafty play. He's going all the way around.
Yeah, he's doing the round the world strategy. Barbecue needs to get this kill onto Pierre, and I think he will quite easily. But then I say that, and he doesn't actually look. But Easy Shows tap the bomb, and Pierre's going to have to check it right now. He has to. Oh no, okay, you do that, he probably won't. But Pierre gets the kill anyway. And, you know, Googly was in a really good position to secure that round.
Yeah, definitely.
Either way. But, yeah, I mean, Italy just class above Chinese Taipei right now.
Yeah, definitely. It's the case. Googly is a bit of a magician, isn't he? He likes to make you look at his left hand while he's pulling rabbits out with his right.
I mean, you can tell he's a smart player. Like, he's one of the smart players, you know what I mean? There's smart players and there's aimers. He's one of those guys that's got, like, the mix of both.
It's good. Sorry, I cut you off there. You were going to say something before that.
Was I?
Maybe not.
No, I got
It's been a long day.
I can't remember when we started. That's how long it's been. But, you know, it's been enjoyable nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. As we do see Italy there just making somewhat light work of Chinese Taipei.
Well, you say that, but look at this huge A stack here. Italy are everywhere right now. I wonder how far Sparker will go once he comes against some resistance.
Oh, no. Barbecue, you can't. You can't. That's... Oh, I'm sorry, Barbecue. That must have been painful.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Feels really bad. Sparker just flicks back across and with ease secures the anti-eco.
Yeah, I mean, this is... I mean, if you can't get frags like that, you probably won't get any other kinds much easier. So, 14-5.
Really feel for them at this point, Chinese Taipei. They just haven't been in this game much at all.
Yeah.
They've had their glimmers of hope. You know, Sasaki's actually played a lot better this game. He's definitely redeemed himself, but too little too late. And Italy now, they've got their fancy little grenades that they throw on the run. Into the window room. Might have missed, but it's not important.
Sparker, they may be a bit confident just standing out in the open, just crouching.
Shark
trying to
is
take that.
Shark is good, Sparker is good. Now they just want to see. It's like a measuring contest now, right? So that's what this game has turned into. As the bomb's down towards T-spawn, someone's going to have to go and retrieve it. I don't think Chinese Taipei have spotted it. As A is completely open and Kamura has just taken Easy Show down from behind. As Epic Eternal chimes in with his own frag. And now it's all up to the man, Barbecue. Barbecue? BBQ. I can't call him Barbecue because it's not his name.
No, yeah, I mean, if he's going to write a BBQ, you got to call it Barbecue.
No, but his name could be like actually BBQ, like
if
initials.
his name is BBQ,
yes,
I will change my name legally to
don't do this.
Barbecue. The word there. Oh, as we see a nice shot there onto Googly and then Epic Eternal. We'll trade him out so they have a...
The real Barbecue Kim tonight.
I think I actually might do good things. That sounds cool. Barbecue Kim. Yeah. Oh, could you imagine? Like, we love our Korean barbecue as well back home after events, so that could turn ugly.
I'm not going to be a part of this.
So
you've made a deal with the devil.
Well, 15-5.
Could be the guy's name. You just
once again,
it's such a huge risk. I don't know why you keep making these gambles.
I'm man enough to admit that I was wrong. Ian, you're correct. Well done. This is why they pay you the money to be the analyst.
I know a little bit about CS from around the world, and I've seen Italy play before, so I knew that they were just possibly a level above Chinese Taipei. So it's okay. It's okay. It happens.
I don't need your pity.
No.
Get that away from
totally
me.
understand.
Just accept it. Just accept it. As you see, Epic
I mean, I
Eternal
accept it.
getting onto Sasaki there. 3-8K still up for Italy, 15-5. They're on match point. You can't really take anything away from them at this stage. We do see the FAMASs. The AWP on easy show. He does need to do something with this, but Chimera was going to catch up Bolu, and that's one of the FAMASs down now. BBQ or barbecue, however you want to say, has got the MP9, and we've seen this come into play earlier today as well on different team-up matches, and Epic Eternal will take down easy show. So that's this 4-on-3 situation is now down to a 2-on-2, and Shark does great work with the FAMAS there. Now it's just down to Chimera.
Yeah, so I mean, Chimera, if anyone could do it, it's this guy. He's definitely been playing lights out this second half, and he had a really good showing as well with the AWP on CT side. Barbecue and Shark, however, you'd say are probably the best two players coming into this game for Chinese Taipei. So Chimera's just having trouble finding the bomb. I mean, we've all been there. It's on the box. Poor guy. Luckily, there's no CTs in sight. It's actually the worst when that happens. But
Yeah, he manages to get
30 seconds left for him to ponder. Is he going to go towards A or no? Yeah, he's going to.
Yeah, I feel like he made that decision in that jump.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's one of those things. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Barbecue really passive here. He's in a great position to get the kill. If Chimera, unfortunately, he just doesn't have the time to check anywhere before he plants, and he's giving his position away with that grenade. So
should get this plant down though. That MP9 if he does take the peek.
Yeah.
Oh, so close. So they get a consolation round, but can they claw it back? I don't know.
Stay tuned, folks. You know, like 10 seconds left. It's like 10 seconds to fuse, like build hype. Next round. So all we can take out of this is Chinese Taipei will have some pretty good guns next round. You can ditch that MP9, mate. You won't be needing that anymore. And give Shark a pat on the back for keeping us in the game.
Oh, that's an impactful zoom there. That was
yeah,
just straight to his face. Yeah, that was cool.
Needed sound effects. Like, it was like...
So we'll see if Shark can lock down this mid position with this AWP, or see if he'll opt to play for one of those sides. FAMAS is out once again because the finance is just not quite up there once again, but we do have an AK on the ground along with that AWP, and we see AKs all across the board for the guys on Italy. They need to close this out, but at this stage, it would be a big ask for Chinese Taipei to bring anything back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Italy, just a couple of mistakes there with some aim duels against Shark, and that was a different round. So, Shark, he's got this middle locked down.
Needs to
Bolu goes for a bit of an exploratory having a stroke.
Please don't do that yet. We're one round away potentially, so let's do that after the stream there. As Bolu gets aggressive with the flashbang from his teammate there, or I think maybe that was a self-flash, and gets in and gets Chimera down. So the numbers advantage once again in favor of Chinese Taipei, but they just need to make it work from here on in. We've seen Italy bring it back from worse situations. Epic Eternal opens up onto Shark, but Bolu trades that out straight away, as Sparker does manage to get the trade eventually. So now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Just as I was saying that, they have brought this back to a very winnable position, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely. And the word I was looking for was expedition, but it just wasn't coming up.
Right.
But
okay.
I know.
I
was totally close with exploration, wasn't I?
You know.
Anyway, so Sparker and Googly, the best two guys alive for Italy at the moment, up against a full HP, Easy Show, and Barbecue. To keep this game going for Chinese Taipei, they're fairly spread out once again, but we see the regroup coming in here from Italy. And look at the utility there. You've got the HE grenade, smoke grenade, molly, so they can clear out some things, but they really don't want to give away their position until they actually spot an enemy. But I think Chinese Taipei are onto this. They're in perfect positions.
Yeah, they're pretty keen.
Yeah, good crossfire to come out. There's no way off this balcony without making noise. Barbecue's going to be all over it. They're going to have to trade him out so quick. And definitely you won't be able to plant the bomb. As you see here, Chinese Taipei with another round. A resurgence from the team from Asia. And we just look at, I'm just lost for words at the moment. We did another impactful zoom, like he did it, zoom.
From Asia.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that small place
and
where not many countries live.
Yeah, it's tiny. You can miss it.
Sometimes you go through it and you're like, oh yeah, I just did Asia.
Yeah, we just went through Asia and that was weird. But anyway, the FAMASs again, obviously losing so many players in the rounds, getting a bit detrimental for their economy, so making this comeback all the more harder. But we only see the pistols out for the guys from Italy, so this should be another round, potentially getting to 15-8. So it is getting a little bit closer than what we maybe initially thought, but still, the fact that we
I think Italy is, you know, it's hanging on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, they're not really... They're trying to finish it too early, you know. We see it time and time again.
Absolutely.
Good for Chinese Taipei to hang in there still. It's Easy Show. It's one on the anti-eco. It might not be enough.
Yeah, it does pick up that FAMAS for his trouble, just holding towards that bench position as Sparker uses the CZ, so this could be all she wrote. It's a 4-on-2 situation right now. Sasaki has a whole lot of utility
eco
to use.
nonetheless. Again.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Course. Nice flash there, but I thought Epic Eternal was keen onto that, facing towards the wall, but Sasaki gets traded out.
And he's had a good game.
Yeah. So now it's 1-1. Googly is the one guy that didn't pick up a gun. He's making a little bit of a noise here, and he has spotted him out. Barbecue should not drop this. He's a little bit low. P250 close range. He needs to find distance maybe, but he knows where he is. He's just being an absolute pain in the behind for him, and they're so low. He needs to get out the pistol. It's a one-on-one. He's playing Ring Around the Rosie.
Googly.
So much time has gone by. They need to find the frag, but we've got to see if he can stick this defuse. He has got a kit. We don't have sound cues, but we'll see if he can save match point, and he does. And a bit of a sight coming out, and once again, totally emotionless with that impact zoom. Yeah. The guy that clutches around.
Again.
So, I mean, once again, I did mention that was on an eco, and they got away with the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, definitely. I
so,
mean, wow.
matter of time, really, to literally close this out, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that was from Chinese Taipei, but it was a good, you know, they got back into the round, and obviously they won it, but a bit of complacency from Italy gets them into that position. And now we see Italy, see if they can close this out. You can see they're going for a straight up execute onto the A site. No more mucking around, no more just aim dueling, no more measuring contests with Shark in middle. It's time to get this over and done with if you're Italy. And Chinese Taipei, they're just not taking any unnecessary risks at this moment. Let's see what BBQ can do here close on the A ramp.
Yeah, it's a shame to see that CT Economy, they do have less than 5 pounds. They have been winning the rounds, but the trades are coming 1-for-1. 3 players left up. Epic Eternal finds an easy one onto Barbecue there. 3-on-3. The net at the feet of the player, and then the spray through coming through the smoke. So now it's down to Sasaki and Easy Show. The bomb is down, and this should be a lockout here in this situation. Nice.
3 versus 2. Bomb down. Perfect position for the T's. Sasaki's had a great game, though. He's definitely redeemed himself from earlier on in the day.
Here we go. Just Sparky doing a nice work there. They know exactly where it is. And there you have it. Italy will take out the round and win the map 16-8 against a valiantly fought Chinese Taipei. A little bit of life in them left, but they do fall in the end. And that will round out the last group stage match of this tournament for 2017. What do you make of it?
Well, I mean, it was quite a good game from Italy. They definitely came out swinging, and I think Chinese Taipei, they just fell away, unfortunately. They just weren't able to match it. You know, Italy just a class above them, but then again, it's been a difficult group for everyone, and it's been a long day as well, so I bet they're just glad it's over at this point.
Yeah, so Italy, yeah, very right on to some very skillful players there, like you said, and Google, we saw some great work from him there, the kind of the IQ players on the rotating, positioning on the map.
If he won that clutch, that would have been just, icing on the cake, you know.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't even think you top rank though. Camero with the AWP there holding that big bomb site.
But it's just the age and the experience, you know. I just feel like what he brought to that game, especially in those first few gun rounds, really just ruined any sort of momentum Chinese Taipei could have had. Yeah, so, I mean, they do, you know, good effort there, but once again, you know, we're on the stream once, so well done. You called it. Italy, class above Chinese Taipei. There's no prediction hat here, Danny. I'm not even, it's not even a big deal.
We should probably try to get a prediction hat, shouldn't we?
No.
No?
No, I don't want to go through that pain again. Separation and divorce and heartbreak.
What are you going on about?
Of losing the prediction hat.
Let's have a look at how the Counter-Strike action has unfolded halfway through this tournament.
What a day.
We do see Group A, Australia topping that with Israel coming in. There was all even square, but just so you know at home, Switzerland is actually the second group to make it through on that points differential. Group B, Finland just absolutely making light work of the rest of the group, and Russia coming in on their tail to be the second group through. Korea once again, similar story to Finland actually. It's actually, if you look across the board, we see Finland, Korea and China, the tier 1 teams, just making quite easy work, and Australia obviously with that upset. But the exciting part of the story, Romania and Sweden come through as well. So unfortunately the rest will be going home, maybe not yet catching some of the action here, but at this stage we have our final 8 teams. Yeah,
and I mean, look, this is probably the ideal final 8 teams for me, looking at it on paper. So, I mean, obviously Israel were unlucky to fall away with the round differential. I thought they put in a great showing, but yeah, I think going into the next stage of the quarterfinals, look at this bracket. I mean, just you couldn't have asked for better teams. But you see here, Israel there actually on the bracket.
Yeah, so maybe we did. It was very close, especially with that overtime, and we had been told that it was Switzerland, but it might actually be Israel here that have gone through. But just to verify, it is either one of those teams right now. It does say Israel, but we'll verify that for you.
That bracket looks pretty hot anyway. We saw Romania up against...
sometimes we see the upset teams, but now it's literally everyone that should be there.
Well, I feel like that's everyone that should be there. Romania, they had a really great game against Korea. and obviously in the same group, so they're on the opposite side of the bracket. Israel versus Australia, or Swiss versus Australia. We know how that game went, so that was a close one. China, Russia, I want to see that game. That'll be pretty good. And Sweden, Finland, that's the Scandinavian showdown.
Yeah, so, I mean, you talk about Romania being the dark horse there. How do you feel that Australia, especially having a bit of a shaky day today?
Yeah, it's actually a bit worrying, isn't it? I feel like Romania really could take it to Australia after, especially what they did to MVP.
Yeah. So, looking at the rest of these 9th IeSF World Championships here in Busan, we have tomorrow, Saturday, Tekken quarterfinals. We've had some exciting Tekken action here. We're down to the business end of the tournament. This is going to be a whole day of Tekken for you Tekken fans out there. But don't worry, if you're a CSGO fan or a League of Legends lover, we've got the finals actions coming through on the Sunday. That is the business day, the finals.
Yep, so I'm looking forward to that myself, especially with CSGO, obviously. Yes. But League of Legends earlier on in the day.
Got to be some exciting action tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, a whole day of Tekken. That's going to be fun for the fans, definitely.
Yeah, well, there you have it. That is rounding out our group stages for CSGO and day 2 of the 9th IeSF World Championships. I've been DK with my co-caster, Ian Sniper Turner. Tomorrow we have a whole world of Tekken action coming your way, and the finals on Sunday. We'll see you then.